On March 23, 1839, the slang term OK is published for the first time in a Boston newspaper. But what do the letters OK stand for? And how did a presidential campaign help make it popular? In the late 1830s, it was popular among younger, educated circles to misspell words intentionally and then abbreviate them and use them as slang. Some of the more popular misspelled abbreviations were KY for no use, KG for no go, and OW for all right. But the abbreviation OK for All Korrect has become the one that has stood the test of time, partly because it was printed in the Boston Morning Post in 1839. Politics also played a role. Supporters of President Martin Van Buren's 1840 reelection campaign organized a gang of thugs called the OK Club, referring both to his hometown of Old Kinderhook, New York, and the newly popularized slang expression. Supporters of Van Buren's opponent, William Henry Harrison, used OK as well, but utilized it to besmirch Van Buren's political mentor, Andrew Jackson. They satirically claimed that Jackson himself invented OK, insulting his spelling abilities. It's amazing that OK has survived as slang for nearly 200 years. What may be more amazing is how it has transcended geography, language, and culture. It can be heard all over the world today, from native speakers of German, Russian, Chinese, Hebrew, Arabic, and more. When I lived in Italy in the 1990s, OK was commonly used by people of all ages and still is today. Italians often spell it phonetically, much as Americans sometimes do as well. Italians often use OK with the word tutto, which means all or everything. When I lived there, it was almost daily that I'd hear an Italian say tutto ok, to say that everything's okay. Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1775, American patriot Patrick Henry famously exclaims, "Give me liberty or give me death." In 1861, Camillo Benso di Cavour becomes the first prime minister of the newly united nation of Italy. In 1919, Italian World War I veteran Benito Mussolini establishes the Fascist Party. In 1944, Italian resistance fighters throw a bomb at German SS soldiers in Rome, killing 33 of them. In 1983, US President Ronald Reagan proposes the missile defense system nicknamed Star Wars. In 1985, Billy Joel marries supermodel Christy Brinkley, the inspiration for his hit song Uptown Girl. In 2021, a skyscraper-sized container ship runs aground and becomes wedged across the Suez Canal. And now it's time for our Today in History quiz. How many fatalities have been caused by the Seattle monorail, which first opened in 1962 for the World's Fair? 0, 1, 3, or 5? Liked learning about OK? Then you'll love this one about the first person to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel. Tap the screen to keep the story going on Today in History.